Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So for this video, we want to bring you to investigate about the building in the world that we can relate with the geometrical concept and geometrical shape. So we already decided to choose this, Elizabeth Tower. So before we proceed to our content, I need to introduce myself. My name is Awang Muhammad Azri bin Awan Julaihi.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Shazrina binti Rahman.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Faizal Rizman bin Sabri.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone, my name is Nor Suriya binti Rusli.
Hi, my name is Naikuddin bin Abdul Hadi.
So let's proceed to our content.
The history of Elizabeth Tower started when the Palace of Westminster was almost completely destroyed by fire in 1834. Construction of the new Palace of Westminster then begins in 1840. Architect Charles Barry won the commission to design the new palace and includes a clock tower in his final designs. He turned to Augustus Welby-Bugin to help bring the palace's Gothic revival style to life. In 1852, John then won the commission to build the clock to the design of Edmund Bacon Denison, but he died before completing the project. It was subsequently finished by his son Frederick Then. The clock mechanism then completed in 1854. The casting of the original bell was started on 1856 in John Warner Foundry in Norton. The bell was originally to be called Royal Victoria. The first Big Bang developed a 1.2 meter crack during testing in 1857. In April 1858, the second Big Bang was casted by the Whitechapel Fell Foundry in East London. The great clock started ticking on 31 May 1859 and the great bell strike were heard for the first time on 11 July 1859. Later that year, Big Bang was found to be fractured again. At the suggestion of the Sir George Airy, the Astronomy Royal, Big Bang is turned 90 degrees and the hammer size reduced, allowing Big Bang to strike the hours once more in 1863. In 1932, Big Bang strike were broadcast internationally for the first time by the Empire Service as part of King George V Christmas broadcast. In the middle of night on the 5 August 1976, a mechanical failure causes serious damage for the great clock and Big Bang was silent for nearly 9 months. The repairs were completed in time for the bell to ring out to mark the occasion of Queen Elizabeth II's Silver Jubilee visit to Westminster Hall in May 1977. The tower, who was formerly known as the Clock Tower, was renamed to Elizabeth Tower in 2012 on the occasion of Queen Elizabeth II Diamond's Jubilee celebrating 60 years on the British throne. On August 21, 2017, Big Bang stopped chiming as the tower was undergoing 4 years restoration project, which the bell was scheduled to ring only for special events. Elizabeth Tower is located in Westminster, London, United Kingdom.
The tower stands 315 feet tall and the climb from the ground level to the belfry is 334 steps. Its base is square, measuring 39 feet on each side, made of 10 feet thick concrete at a depth of 13 feet below ground level. The bottom 200 feet of Elizabeth Tower's structure consists of brickwork with sand-colored and stone limestone cladding. The remainder of the tower's head is a frame spire of cast iron. The 4 clock dials are 180 feet above the ground and 23 feet in diameter. Next, I'm going to explain the usage or function of the buildings. The Elizabeth Tower is known over the world for housing the bones of the Big Ben bell and standings as a symbol of London, the UK, and even democracy. It is also often used in the establishing shot of films set in London. Big Ben is a focal point of New Year celebrations in the United Kingdom, with radio and television stations airing its chimes to welcome the start of New Year. Similarly, on Remembrance Day, the chimes of the Big Ben are broadcast to mark the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month and the start of the 2 minutes silence. On 27 July 2012, the Big Ben chimed 30 times to welcome the Games of 30th Olympiad, which officially began that day to London.
The Elizabeth Tower, or also known as the Big Ben Clock Tower, consists of many geometrical shapes, such as circle, the clock of the Elizabeth Tower, cuboid, the lower part of the building before reaching the belfry, which is formed from 2 squares and 4 rectangles, cube, the middle part of the building where the clock is placed, or also known as the belfry, pyramid, the rooftop of the building, trapezium, the roof above the belfry, square, the base of the building, and the rectangles.
Hi, for my part, is a geometry concept. First, about length. Elizabeth Tower have a Big Ben clock that has a round shape, which is the real picture. We can see the Big Ben round clock, and its 2D shape, diameter is 2.7 meter, radius is 1.35 meter, and the circle circumference is 2 pi. So the 2 pi multiplied with 1.35 meter will become 2.7 pi. So the circle circumference is 2.7 pi. Okay, next, tower in the form of rectangular prism. The real picture we can see the real tower, not include the roof, is the rectangular shape. So the 3D shape is the length of it is 61 meter, and the width is 12 meter, and the height is 12 meter. So we can set for the surface area of rectangle is length times width, 61 meter multiplied by 12 meter will become 732 meter square. And the volume of rectangle is length multiplied by width multiplied by height. So 61 meter multiplied by 12 meter multiplied by 12 meter and become 8784 meter per cube. Next, Elizabeth Tower also have a symmetrical shape. And now, for the angles, the tower, from the side view of the tower, it has a rectangular prism form. This tower has a shape of rectangle. Rectangle is a parallel polygon that has a right angle which is 90 degree. Currently, for point 2.1, all of the rectangle angle have a right angles. So, the second part of the angle is a clock. Big Ben clock have a round shape. AWB is the curve of AOB from the midpoint O and curve APB at point P. Proof, curve AOB equal to 2 curve APB. So for the statement and reason, AWB is the curve AOB from the midpoint O and curve APB at point P. The reason is given. Next, theta 1 plus theta 2 equal to C. Theta 3 plus theta 4 equal to O. The reason is angle addition theory. Okay, next, 2 theta 1 equal to theta 3. 2 theta 2 equal to theta 4. The reason is midpoint angle size is twice size of angle in the circle. Next, theta 3 plus theta 4 equal to 2 theta 1 plus 2 theta 2. So the reason is addition properties. Next, theta 3 plus theta 4 equal to 2 in bracket theta 1 plus theta 2 in bracket. The reason is distribution properties. And other statement is curve AOB equal to 2 curve APB. The reason is linear equation. And the last statement, curve AOB equal to 2 curve APB, and the reason is proven. Okay, next, surface area. Big Ben clock in the form circle. Surface area of circle is pi r square. R is 1.35 meter. So the area of circle pi multiplied by 1.35 meter will become 1.8225 pi meter square. Next, the tower in the form of rectangular prism. We can relate it with theorem 8.1.1. Area of a rectangle that is A equal to BH. Such as example, total surface area of rectangle prism equal to 2 in bracket length multiplied by width plus multiplied by height plus length multiplied by height. So the length is 61 meter, width is 12 meter, height is equal to 12 meter. So the total surface area of rectangular prism is 2040 meter square. And the last part, volume. Tower in the form of rectangular prism. We can relate it with postulate 9.1.1 about volume postulate, which is explain that about the corresponding to the tower in rectangular prism shape is a unique positive number known as volume of the tower. Volume of rectangular prism, length multiplied by width multiplied by height. The formula is related to postulate 9.1.2, which is V equal to L multiplied by the W multiplied by h. That can be explained by measure of its length, width and altitude. So the length is 61 meter, width 12 meter, height 12 meter. So the total volume of rectangular prism is 61 meter multiplied by 12 meter multiplied by 12 meter will become 8784 meter cube. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, the next part is the cross-section of the building. If we cut the Elizabeth Tower vertically, several shapes such as rectangle, square, isosceles triangle, and also the trapezium are formed. For the cross-sectional area, our group managed to find the lower part of the building before reaching the belfry, which is the rectangle only. Okay, so the cross-sectional area for the rectangle uses the formula area equals to length times width. In this building, the length of the rectangle is 54.9 meter and the width of the rectangle is 12 meter. So, the 54.9 meter must multiply with the 12 meter of the building. So, the cross-sectional area for the rectangle is equals to 658.8 meters squared. Next, if we cut the Elizabeth Tower horizontally, square is the only shape that is formed. So, to find the cross-sectional area, we must also use the formula area equals to length times width. In this cross-section, the length and the width of the square are the same, which is 12 meter. So, to find the cross-sectional area, 12 meter multiplied with 12 meter, so we get 24 meters squared.
So next, I am going to summarize and also conclude our finding toward the task that had been given to us. So basically, from the given task, it actually have two parts, which is part A and part B. So for the part A, it actually represents the information about the history, size and measurement, location, and also the usage of our main focus building, which is Elizabeth Tower, who is known as the largest and the most accurate four-phase striking and trimming clock tower in the world, which are located at the Westminsters, London's United Kingdom. Elizabeth Tower was designed by the Augustus Pugin in Neo-Gothic style, with 96 meter tall and square base measuring 12 meter each. Proceeding to the part B, in this part, we basically exhibit several informations about the geometrical concept that's related to the main focus building, which is Elizabeth Tower, which are related to the geometrical shape. So next, to conclude what did we get and also the lesson that we received from the given task, we able to make an interconnections on geometrical concepts on our daily life environment, which lead us to learn, investigate, and also observe with a critical overview and also analysis on our surrounding. As an example, from the investigations of our main focus building, which is Elizabeth Tower, we able to extract and make a relations of knowledge on geometrical concept towards that building. Through the cross-sections of the buildings in the aspect of vertical and also horizontal cut, we also able to pull out several informations about the geometrical shapes. From the studies of geometry throughout our syllabus, the investigations of Elizabeth Tower able to be strengthened with the presence of theorem, corollary, or postulates. Meanwhile, throughout the studies and also a research on the Elizabeth Tower, without we notice, we able to discover the history, the usage, location, and also several facts about the Big Ben Bell, which is, since the Elizabeth Tower was built in London, the Catholicism culture has been a big influence towards the designs of the buildings. By that, we also able to discover about the Gothic revival architecture. So that's all from us. Thank you.